as we're underway here in Week 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Pacheco. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Ward. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve It's third down.
Brings up third down
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing now, Ward. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And taken right on the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Now Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
It's a turnover.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now Ward. That's complete to Deacon. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Come on, come on.
25-yard line.
They go play action with Ward. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Okay, great.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Titans, first down.
18 card.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the shotgun, it's Ward. Pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Aleem McNeil in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
26-yard line.
Ready up.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ready. Go.
To throw is Ward. That's into the hands of Iomanner. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll go with the keeper. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
That's good for a Titans first down.
Ready,
First
go.
down and goal to go.
They'll run here with Herbert. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
Ready, ready. Hey. Panther 60. Shut up.
Ward. And that one behind his receiver and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Jody Sly to kick off for Tennessee.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it as we resume action. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Mahomes going to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Butker on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
19 Swagger, 19 Swagger. Let's go now.
They'll send the tight end in motion. To throw, here's Ward. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 28-yard line.
Ready.
Throwing is Ward. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led it too far, incomplete.
Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, getting set for this next possession. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Throw inside, completion to Rice. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run.
I tell you what, if this is any quarterback other than Patrick Mahomes, I'm telling you how this is an ill-advised throw. The 15 is so good on the move with all those different arm angles and releases that all I'm saying now is that's a gorgeous play.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Tag. Hawk 70.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Moore. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 7.
Come on.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
65.
From the gun, here's Ward. And he is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Titans.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Moore. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
At the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Moore. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd down and 6. Now Mahomes maybe a free play. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his his receiver. 2nd and 20.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack it back at the 36. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football counts.
You're so ridiculous. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote the word Smokey and the Bandit there. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Over the middle, he's going to find Iomanner. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the sunshine. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Ready? 19 target.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 4.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, But this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. That's caught left side by Eilman. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Hand off right side for Herbert. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now, Ward. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. What did you see there, Charles, on that interception from the rookie?
They've shown him certain looks on defense throughout the 1st half, and they pulled the string here in the 2nd half because he got used to those looks, and they showed the exact same thing, but changed it up just a little bit where he thought something was open, and now with the change in defense, it no longer was.
Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their 1st pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
1st down, Chiefs.
That's laid out deep for Rice. That is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now it's Mahomes again. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Gain of 41 yards on the play. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Pacheco is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs had 6 to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Chris Jones in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Sack!
Ward from the gun on third down. That's complete to DK. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
And that nearly the first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
It's a turnover on downs.
To throw is Ward. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 44-yard
Count to
line.
60. Ready?
Now the Michigan man, Khalil Mullins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Roll.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run Mullins, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Nick Boynton there on the tackle.
It's a gain of
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
They'll go with Mullins.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First down.
Here's Mullins.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Ready.
Play action now, Ward.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throw outside, completion to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Working end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post.
And this is going to be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Pacheco once more. And this time he will score. Touchdown, KC.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember, the last time out,
They fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Here's Ward.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Titans, first down.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 40.
On the ground, Mullins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Ready?
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Mullins.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hands it off out of the gun.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here's Johnny Hecker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. They'll fire deep looking for more.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
And he is caught. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He's going to look deep for more.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And Mahomes will do it himself.
And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So this one in the win column for Kansas City.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Kansas City, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee,
they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.